Bay League. Montgomery at 12-3. Cardinal Newman at 13-2 on the year. Hello everyone, I'm Dave Cox along with Nick Mattos, and great rivalry over the years. Always a packed house. We're expecting that again tonight. The crowd is already pretty big, and this should be a great matchup now. They played earlier in the year, and Montgomery beat Newman by 10. That was in the Callid tournament. This could be a very different Cardinal Newman team that we see tonight, however.
Cardinal Newman's undefeated at home right now, 4-0. Montgomery, though, after starting the season off 1 win and 2 losses, have reeled off 11 out of 12 victories. So they're red hot right now. So this is going to be a great matchup. Like you mentioned, these are the 2 best teams in this NBL. Windsor's going to have something to say about this, though, because Windsor has a very fine team, and they're going to determine who wins this league this year. So,
all right, we'll take a look at the standings now in the North Bay League, and there they are, 3-0, high at top. Windsor also sitting at 3-0. Santa Rosa's got a lot of talent this year, but they're off to a 1-2 start. You see the score from the Callid Memorial. That was in December, and at that time, the football players had just come back for Newman. Damian Wallace wasn't even starting at that time, and remember, he missed the entire year before with a knee injury. He's starting tonight, and he should be a big factor in this ball game. He'll have to contend with Alex Soria of Montgomery, who had a great game in that Callid tournament, and he got Montgomery going in the first quarter.
Alex Soria is going to show why he's one of the premier ball handlers in the NBL. He can do it all. He can handle the ball. He can hit 3-pointers. Last game against, in the game against Santa Rosa, against Casa Grande, he had 5 3-pointers. The offense runs through Alex Soria for Montgomery. He can do it all. Right there's a beautiful athletic shot. He banks it off the backboard.
He got Montgomery off to a great start, and they held on to that victory in that Cal Memorial tournament. He's capable of scoring off the dribble and hitting the 3, as you mentioned, so Newman's got to be aware of him and try to keep him from penetrating. If he is able to penetrate, that might open things up for a guy like Evan Paulson. On the other side for Newman, Cody Baker is really a key guy. We'll see him in the Rose City tournament against Windsor, and he got off to a great start in that one.
Yeah, 6'3", he can do it all, shoot from the outside, the drive to the basket. His defense is solid. Cody's the player to stop for Cardinal Newman. If Montgomery wants to win the game, they're going to have to control Cody Baker. Here's a steal, takes it to the hoop. He's got so much confidence that instead of taking it in for a layup, he pulls up for a 3 and buries it. So this is going to be a great matchup tonight. I'm excited. This place is rocking tonight, and it's packed. So everybody strap in. Be ready for a great high school basketball game, because we're going to see one tonight.
Crowd is already huge here at the John Fitzgerald Gymnasium. This should be a great night of high school basketball, as always, when Newman and Montgomery get together. The biggest rivalry in the North Bay. Coming up next here on YSN365.com.
North Bay Elite AAU girls basketball attending the top NCAA showcases in the country, with former players competing at the NCAA Division I, II, III, and NAIA levels, winners of 2 Pacific District Level 1 national qualifiers. For the best in girls AAU basketball, it's the North Bay Elite.
When you come to Oil Stop, we'll serve you and your passengers with a complimentary beverage. Coke, Diet Coke, Sprite, coffee, tea, hot chocolate, hot cider, or even a bottle of cold, refreshing water. Want to check your emails, surf the web, or get some work done when you're in for service? Use our high-speed Wi-Fi. It's free. We'll also provide a free car wash with your oil change, so your car looks as good as it runs. How convenient is that? Oil Stop. We're here to serve you.
Are you searching for a great high school experience? Cardinal Newman is the only Catholic college preparatory high school in Santa Rosa. Be a part of a community where you will be known and supported during these key years of growth. Be a part of a fun and positive student body who embraces challenge and responsibility through faith, academics, service, visual and performing arts, and competition. Learn how to apply at cardinalnewman.org. Stockholm Construction specializes in metal stud framing, drywall, taping, acoustical ceilings, doors, frames, and hardware. Stockholm Construction is a family-owned and operated business with an emphasis on teamwork, establishing a reputation for completing their projects in a timely and professional manner while delivering a quality product. Stockholm Construction.
At George Peterson Insurance, we support the communities we serve and live in. You'll find us helping out at the Boys and Girls Club and Sonoma Humane Society, collecting food for the Redwood Empire Food Bank, and more. It's our goal to make our neighborhoods a better place. We are invested in your success. For over 75 years, George Peterson Insurance has been serving our communities and customers with top-notch service and competitive pricing. Find out what we have to offer. George Peterson Insurance, we've got your back.
Welcome back to the John Fitzgerald Gymnasium. This great rivalry that was really born back in the 90s. Some great, fantastic finishes, but carried all the way through the 2000s and then the 2010s. Throughout the night tonight, we're going to take a look at some of the classic finishes, and we're going to start with one from 2010 that carried the great rivalry into this decade. This was at the JC in the NBL Championship. There's Justin Connell for Montgomery hitting the outside shot. Newman had a nice lead in this one. There's Xavier McDonald, but the Vikings came back in the fourth quarter. Here's Woody Templeton with a great spin move, and he scores. Then it's Alec Cobry who hits the shot from the outside, and Montgomery continues their comeback in this one. Here's Templeton again off the glass. The Vikings on a roll. Then it's Alec Cobry that hits another basket and gives Montgomery a lead, but then Xavier McDonald will go to the free throw line and hit a pair of free throws to tie the game up with under a minute to go. The team's talking over their strategy here, and it ends up being Woody Templeton who gets the pass up top. Time running out, and check out what he does. He goes by Bobby Sharp, who tried to foul him. They had a foul to give. Couldn't get it. He ends up draining that one, and then the last second shot off the mark. Montgomery hangs on for a classic victory in the NBL Tournament Championship at SRJC, and the crowd goes crazy. The final 51-49 Montgomery. Just another one in this classic rivalry. Tom Bonfili talking things over with his Cardinal Newman Cardinals. And Nick, it's great to have you along with us for the first time at a Newman-Montgomery game. And Tom Bonfili, who has won over 700 games in his career, is climbing up the career win ladder. And right now, he is in 12th place.
Yeah, you can't find stuff like this unless you go to YSN 365. Everything's on there. Coach Tom Bonfigli's been around 35 years. This guy's a legend here in varsity basketball. 2 NorCal titles, 14 league titles, 737 career victories. This gentleman is high school basketball here in the North Bay League. So, and I can't tell you how much I'm excited to be here tonight, Dave. The Youth Sports Network 365, you do a great job on it, Dave. To bring this game tonight to all the fans who can't be here, this is absolutely wonderful. Well done, Dave Cox.
All right, well, we're going to take a look at the starting lineups here as you see the crowd for Cardinal Newman. It's great to see these student sections. They always come up with some great outfits. They have little theme things going on. Of course, the Battle of the Fans, a big part of that, and why they show up fired up and ready to go. So there they are, looking pretty good. There's Zach Tiedemann, first time at the helm for Montgomery, coaching against the Cardinal Newman Cardinals, and he's doing a great job with this squad so far this year. And let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineup for the Montgomery Vikings coming in tonight. It's, of course, Alex Soria is the point guard. We talked about him. And Ryan Merrick in the shooting guard. Evan Polson, a very good player. He's a junior. Great scorer for them. Bryce Burrows gets the start. He's a senior, gives them some size down low. And then Riley O'Neal, the 6'5 junior, really kind of a key player for them because he gives them a little bit of a size advantage. Newman has very few extremely tall players, but Newman's very athletic, very deep. Take a look at their starters now.
Last game against Casa Grande on Wednesday, Riley O'Neal, the 6'5" junior, scored 11 points. Evan Paulson, the 6'3" junior, scored 14 points. And as usual, the leading scorer for the Montgomery Vikings was Alex Soria.
Damian Wallace gets the start tonight for Newman. That'll be interesting to watch him. We talked about Baker in the open. Gavin Dove, a good post player at 6'5". Nate Capurro, just a sophomore, getting the start along with Jalen Doral. Two football guys that played very little in that first meeting. And now it's time for our national anthem here at the John Fitzgerald Gymnasium.
Tonight we're going to go right to the basketball.
Well, check it. I guess we're not going to have the national anthem tonight. Where's Phil Ching when you need him?
Dave, you do about everything there is for YSN 365. You're not going to sing the national anthem?
I am not doing the national anthem. Thank you for asking. Maybe next time. Teams at 3-0, tied for first place in the NBL, ready to go here at the John Fitzgerald Gymnasium. Should be a terrific basketball game. Really looking forward to it.
Well, Dave, interesting enough, neither of these teams have played Windsor yet. They both have a common opponent in Ukiah and Rancho Cotati, and they beat them pretty easily. So here we are for the tip-off, Dave.
See our referees tonight. Cal Fong and Dane DiMattei. And it is going to get loud. And it is Newman that controls the tap. Damian Wallace gets it to Dove at the high post. Dove turns. Looks for Baker. Baker's first shot. He's fouled. It doesn't go. He'll try to earn it at the free throw line. American got him on the hand.
Baker rose for the jumper over there in the corner. Just got fouled on his wrist on the release there, and he goes to the free throw line here early for 2 free throws.
Newman, a very good free throw shooting team. They work very hard on that.
The free throw line could be the difference in the game today, Dave. They've got to make 75% or more on their free throws.
Both of them good for Baker. Newman off to a 2-0 lead. Full court pressure coming up now by the Cardinals. Evan Paulson dribbling up against Nate Capurro, the sophomore forward. Montgomery has good ball movement. They like to be patient with the ball and work for a good shot. Soria being guarded by Doral. That's an interesting matchup as Paulson's first shot is no good and Capurro comes down with the rebound.
Nice job by Capurro coming in there and helping on the rebound.
Baker off the mark.
Paulson quickly up the court.
And there's Riley O'Neal, partially blocked. The other way it goes. Damian Wallace. Riley O'Neal coming down with the board for Montgomery. Here comes Soria running the floor. American off the glass. Great dish from Alex Soria.
You can see how well Soria handles the ball. Beautiful bounce pass. A nice easy lay-in.
Tied up. There's Dove. Very good at posting up, and Riley O'Neal got him on the wrist. Zach Tiedemann not so sure about that. He lets Dane DiMattei know about that. Here's that great with the floor feed by Soria.
Yeah, Soria just handles the ball so well. Stays wide on the court. Keeps it nice, spreads out the defense. Beautiful pass and a nice left-handed lay-in. Gavin misses his first free throw here.
Depth could be a big factor in this one tonight. Newman has an extremely deep bench, and we'll see which team's bench players actually play better here tonight. That could be a big scoring factor to look at. What guys do off the bench. Here comes Soria, guarded by Doral. Doral, the great defensive end for the football team, trying to D up tonight against Montgomery's top scorer. There's a takeaway as Gavin Dove ends up with the ball underneath. First turnover of the night by the Vikings. Wallace cut off by Riley O'Neal. Now dumps it off to Gavin Dove. Dove planting himself at that high post position tonight. Newman with a 1-point lead. 2 minutes in.
Montgomery's doing a nice job on defense, Dave. Sticking with their men, forcing a long jumper.
Baker way beyond the arc. Doral with an offensive rebound. Capurro somehow got it to drop. I do not know how. What a terrific job of controlling the ball and his body in the air that time by the sophomore, Nate Capurro out of Rankin Valley Middle School. A 3-point lead now for Newman. Polson slips. Outside shot by Burrows. There's Cody Baker.
Damian Wallace bringing the ball up the court. Newman spreading the offense.
Doral looking for Damian Wallace. Dove backing in. This is where he's at his best with his back to the basket as Doral hits one from the outside. Not known for his scoring.
Montgomery gave him too much space there. Defender has to get up on him a little tighter than that.
Alex Soria now bringing it up. He has yet to take a shot for Montgomery. He's a guy that loves to create. Very good at creating three-point plays. I'm talking about the old-fashioned kind. Riley O'Neal trying to get inside against Dove. Good matchup there. American. A lot of players slipping on the floor. It's a little slick after the freshman and JV games. There's Soria doing what he does best. Doral can't hang on, but Wallace ends up with the ball. Wallace trying to split two defenders, loses the handle, and it's going to be a turnover.
Wallace split the defenders there, Dave. Ball got hit off of his own leg and went out of bounds. I think it was the correct call by the referees.
Christian Heckstrom checking in now. 5-point lead for Newman. Montgomery has scored just 2 points in the first 4 minutes here at the John Fitzgerald Gymnasium. Dave Cox and Nick Matos bringing you the action tonight here on YSN365.com. American guarded by Wallace. Now it's Polson. He'll try to create. Goes down the lane and got it. Count it. He'll go to the line. Evan Polson.
Beautiful left-handed shot there by Polson.
Of course, his brother Eric Polson, who played here, they call him Big E. They call Evan Little E.
Polson got the ball up top. The defender overplays him to the right, allows Polson a lane, and he takes it and splits the defenders. He uses his left hand, banks it off the backboard. Going to try to make the old-fashioned three-pointer here.
Off the front iron, no good. Doral has his second rebound. So Doral, a factor here tonight. He hasn't started a whole lot this year, but he's doing a very nice job for Tom Monfili, getting the nod. This in his senior year. There's Cody Baker. Pull up from the right side. Off the front iron. Good defense again. Polson has another rebound for Montgomery.
Montgomery did a beautiful job of blocking out that time. All the Cardinal Newman players were covered up by Montgomery players as they blocked out for the rebound.
American switched to Heckstrom. Riley O'Neal trying to get down low, and this pass goes awry. Soria started to head for the baseline and then stopped. Second turnover by Montgomery. 3:11 to play here in this first quarter, and Newman still leading it by 3.
A lot of energy in the gym right now. The players are feeling it. They've got to settle down a little bit, start to run their offenses.
Brad Murato, very good three-point shooter, and Steven Zukiki have checked in now. Montgomery staying with their starters here in the early going, although Harvey Rouleau is set to check in for them. Wallace, nice catch and shoot. O'Neal can't hang on to it, but he's called, Doral is called for a foul, fighting for the rebound.
That was a tough one to see there, Dave. I guess Doral must have got him on the wrist when he was going for the rebound. Here it is, let's check it out.
There's Drow's made basket moments ago. Nice shot for him. Again, not a guy who's known for his scoring, but looked very confident taking that shot right there. He checks out now.
Newman's in that full court press right now, and Montgomery breaks it easily.
Out to Tyson Tipko, the sophomore. He's not bashful, just checked in. Nice offensive rebound by Polson, his third rebound of the ball game. Montgomery hanging in there now. See if Soria can get it going. He tries it from three and hits the bottom of the net. Can only hold Alex Soria down so long. It took him a little over 5 minutes to get a good look. And when he did, he ties the game. Wallace can't get it. Nice job by Soria to guard him on that left side.
The classic matchup out there in front here.
Tyson Timko gets it to Evan Paulson. Paulson's three, no good. There's Steven Zakiki with the rebound. Now it's Murado, very good shooter, and he'll go to the free throw line. Murado bumped by Timko. Sophomore picking up his first personal foul.
It's fun to watch Damian Wallace and Alex Soria. They're both very fine athletes. Both the offenses run through them out there. Damian's going to get a little rest here.
Yeah, you see Tom Bonfili is substituting heavily here. Perhaps his strategy to wear the Vikings down a little bit. Bennett Kohut checking in as Murado gets both.
Right in the beginning of the game, Dave, there's a lot of adrenaline dump. Coaches have done a nice job taking some of their starters out and give them a little break here. They'll come back. They'll be much better when they get back in.
Bennett Kohut takes the pass away. Bounces it ahead to Capurro. Capurro off the glass and in. Going in with the right hand. He is a lefty and has 4 points here in the first quarter. Here's Grayson Passy, who just checked in. Good dribbler. Headed for the 1 minute mark. There's Timko. Polson over Capurro, no good. Capurro has to rebound his third. Newman with the lead and the leather now with under a minute to go in this first quarter. It's another chapter in this great rivalry. Zukiki, a little strong. Gavin Dove, offensive rebound, doesn't get it. Zukiki over the top of Burrows, called for the foul.
Beautiful rebound by Gavin Dove there as he spun to the middle and shot the ball. Came up just a little short. On the other end of the court here, Montgomery's Evan Paulson is just off a little bit on his three-pointers. And he's a good shooter. He needs to keep shooting because you can tell he's got a lot of confidence in his three-point shot. Sorias checks back in for Montgomery. Took a little quick breather, and he's back on the court to run the offense here for Montgomery. Looks like Cardinal Newman's in some kind of a matchup zone.
Under 10 seconds now to go here in this first quarter. Soria up top. Burrows is going to have to take it. He does. And it's off the mark. So Newman leads by 4 at the end of 1. Good start for the Cardinals. They did not get off to a good start in the earlier meeting in the Callan. So it's 11-7, Cardinal Newman. After 1, we'll take a break right here and be back with the start of quarter number 2. Here in this classic matchup, meeting number 2 here in 2017.
Basketball attending the top NCAA showcases in the country, with former players competing at the NCAA Division I, II, III, and NAIA levels, winners of 2 Pacific District Level 1 national qualifiers. For the best in girls AAU basketball, it's the North Bay Elite.
When you come to Oil Stop, we'll serve you and your passengers with a complimentary beverage. Coke, Diet Coke, Sprite, coffee, tea, hot chocolate, hot cider, or even a bottle of cold, refreshing water. Want to check your emails, surf the web, or get some work done when you're in for service? Use our high-speed Wi-Fi. It's free. We'll also provide a free car wash with your oil change so your car looks as good as it runs. How convenient is that? Oil Stop. We're here to serve you.
So Montgomery with the ball now as we start the second quarter of play. The Vikings trailing by 4. Somewhat low-scoring quarter. Both teams play great defense. They pride themselves on that as Tyson Timko takes the pass up top for the Montgomery Vikings. Here's Harvey Rouleau, also a very good three-point shooter. Soria now trying to get around Doral. Doral bumped him, and Soria got it to drop. That is his specialty. Alex Soria, so good at creating the contact, making the basket, and getting to the free throw line.
Right at the end of the first quarter there, Coach Tom Bonvigli had switched to a zone defense, but after the start of the quarter here, they went back to a man-on-man. And I find it interesting they had Jalen Doral is guarding Alex Soria.
Bennett Kohut now brings it up for the Cardinals. The lead just 2 now for Newman. There's Murado, very good three-point shooter, and he's way off the mark this time. But Zukiki hustles for the offensive rebound, and then a travel by Kohut, just the second turnover.
Looked like he might have slipped a little bit there on the court. Bennett Kohut went to make a jab step, and he slipped a little bit, got called for the traveling.
So Newman leading by 2 now after leading by 4 at the quarter break. Montgomery with a chance to tie or take the lead. Olsen going for the tie, doesn't get it, and there's Doral with his 4th rebound so far. Slight rebounding edge so far for Newman.
Paulson was looking for a foul on that shot. Didn't get it.
Murado drives baseline, gets it to Dove. Dove's shot is blocked by Riley O'Neal. In the open floor, Alex Soria. Newman does a nice job getting back, but Timko is open. Good box out that time by Gavin Dove. It's been a while since Newman has scored from the field. Montgomery really tightening their defense down. Burroughs and American set to check back in for the Vikings at the next break. Underneath it goes to Gavin Dove. He spins and travels.
You got to keep one foot down on the court when you make that spin move, and he wasn't able to. As he took his pivot foot off and spun, that's going to be called a traveling every time.
Teams now even with 3 turnovers apiece.
Newman's back in their full court press.
Kind of back out of it a little bit right now. Let Soria bring it up. Here's American. There goes Soria, and he does it again. Alex Soria back to the free throw line. He is just so good at that old-fashioned three-point play. We'll see if he can convert it this time and give his Vikings the lead.
You talk about creativity, Dave. As he drove down underneath the basket, instead of using his left hand, he crossed under with his right hand and used it, bouncing it off the backboard.
8 points for Alex Soria. 6 minutes to go. Montgomery with the lead for the first time tonight. There's Damian Wallace. And a foul on Bryce Burroughs, so Wallace will go to the line.
Alex has to remember that Damian likes to go to his left. He's left-handed, as most people like to use their strong hand. Damian drove to the hoop and got fouled there.
Big question was how much rust would Wallace have to shake off after missing all of last season. But I'll tell you what, he looked very good right from the start. I saw his very first game at the Casa Grande tournament. He looked good. He immediately got the offense flowing. He was able to run the floor and create for other teammates. He misses both free throws. And now Burroughs has the rebound for Montgomery. Vikings looking to add to a 1-point lead here in the second quarter. Packed house here at Cardinal Newman.
Steven Zikchichi trying to guard Alex Soria. He's got his hands full there.
Yeah, they have switched Doral off of Soria. And there's an offensive foul. This time as Damian Wallace takes the charge.
Looks like an offensive foul called on Alex there. As he drove the lane there, he got a little bit out of control as he drove the lane there. A good job by the Cardinal Newman defenders to hold their ground. Offensive foul, a charging call. Alex is going to go to the bench here for Montgomery.
Soria's first, and the teams are now even with 5 team fouls apiece. Wallace guarded by Passy, gets around him, doesn't hit it. Zukiki right there. Nice follow by Steven Zukiki.
Montgomery didn't do a very good job blocking out Steven, and he came in, got a rebound, and banked it right in.
Down it goes to O'Neal. Great tie-up underneath. Jump ball called. The possession arrow favors Newman.
Riley got the ball in the paint there, Dave. He made the Cardinal sin of bringing the ball down. 3 Cardinal Newman defenders were around him. They easily were able to tie him up.
From up top, 4:35 to go here in the quarter. There's Cody Baker.
Christian Hextrom into the game there, Dave. Made a beautiful bounce pass in there to Cody Baker. I love the bounce pass. It's a safe pass, hard for defenders to get to.
Capurro, jump hook, good. Nate Capurro has 6. Nice ball game for him. He did not start early in the season, but has worked his way right into that starting lineup as just a sophomore. Olsen gives it over to Riley O'Neal. All the way across to Passy. Now it's Burrows. Steal by Hextrom. Christian Hextrom goes up strong and scores. And a timeout taken by Montgomery. Wow.
Beautiful steal out there by Hextrom. Montgomery was hoping there'd be a foul call on the pass, Dave, but they didn't get the foul call. It opened up a 2-on-1 fast break. Hextrom goes to the hoop, uses his right hand, and scores here.
These teams are both Division II teams. Newman opted up this year. Bishop O'Dowd actually has the highest power ranking despite a 5-6 record. And you see Newman and Montgomery sitting in the 3 and 4 spots. So they might not only meet in the NBL tournament playoff this year, they might meet in the NCS playoffs this year as Division II teams. Those are the top 8 right now. Tamalpais, of course, won the Callan Memorial Tournament over Montgomery. The computer power rankings don't take into account head-to-head meetings. I know that drives people crazy, but there's really no way to account for that in the computer power rankings.
Yeah, Dave, that's a bit strange there. Montgomery defeated Cardinal Newman early in the season.
Capurro with the rebound. He has 5 to go along with 6 points. There's Bennett Kohut trying to create. Hextrom, offensive rebound, finds Wallace wide open for 3. Damian Wallace, his first field goal of the night. And it's an 8-point lead for Cardinal Newman.
Critical point in the game right here for Montgomery Vikings. They need to have a basket, cut the momentum. Cardinal Newman's scored several points in a row right now.
Evan Paulson strong. Got
Beautiful.
it.
Much needed basket by Evan Paulson there.
Yeah, if he can get it going, he's a guy that will be very streaky. He can be quiet for a quarter or two, but then all of a sudden score 10, 12 points in a quarter. Here comes Wallace now trying to get it over to Baker. Baker from way outside. His shot has been off the mark tonight. looking for his first field goal. Riley O'Neal has the rebound, and here come the Vikings now trying to chip away, trailing by 6.
Coach Zach Tiedemann still has Soria on the bench. Paulson's going to run the offense for them.
Paulson looking underneath, settles for American on the right wing. Shot clock down to 3. Paulson will have to fire it up. Great defense, but check out the rebound underneath by Amosi Tumbiwa as he scores off the offensive board. Just checked into the game, too.
That was a great rebound and a nice putback by Tui.
To the rack hard, Bennett Kohut disrupted. Harvey Rouleau has the rebound.
Great hustle by Harvey.
Riley O'Neal. American for 3. And it's a one-point game. Ryan American with the 3 with 1:30 to go.
That was all Harvey Rouleau right there. Got the steal, brings it down, passes it over. Ryan American hits the 3.
Nate Capurro throws that one away. 4th turnover by Cardinal Newman. Tom Monfili, of course, concerned about that. They had an 8-point lead moments ago. Now Montgomery has a chance to take the lead.
Seesaw battle right now, Dave. A lot of lead changes so far. This is exciting.
Harvey Rouleau running the point now for the Vikings. Riley O'Neal will try a 3. Jalen Doral has the rebound. 1 minute to go. Damian Wallace gets his way to the free throw line. Zach Tiedemann not pleased with that call as Wallace kind of forced his way in there.
I think Zach was more disappointed, Dave, at the defenders for leaving his feet and allowing him to get penetration there. He is over there talking to the referee about it a little bit, but I think it was a clear foul, no doubt in my mind.
Zach Tiedemann was such a great player here. I remember his freshman year, how he used to launch three-pointers from his waist from way beyond the arc. Very confident young man as a freshman. He looked like he was in about 5th grade. Great player, got to play with his brother that year. Wallace gets 1 of 2 that time. It's a 2-point lead now for Newman. Wide open underneath, and a great pass. Tui lays that one in.
Beautiful pass by Ryan American there to find Tui underneath. Cardinal Newman's defense got mixed up on that play. Nobody was guarding Tui.
Tui Nabuea, who's had a big quarter here. He's just been in the last minute or so, and he's already scored 4 points. Gavin Dove takes an extra step. 5th turnover now by Newman, and we're tied. Montgomery has a chance now to hang on for the final shot of this quarter.
Yeah, I'm sure they're going to hold it. They should till the last second. Don't want to let Cardinal Newman get a shot here, so burn off about 20 seconds of this clock. Try to get a good shot.
Foul called on Kohut. They had one to give, so that's not the worst case scenario. Kohut does pick up the personal. That's the 16th foul. 7.5 to go in this first half.
I'm a little surprised he didn't re-enter Alex Soria here for the last shot.
Riley O'Neal, someone's going to have to shoot. It is O'Neal. Gavin Dove comes down with it, and we are tied at 21-21 at the half. So a good quarter for Montgomery. They outscore the Cardinals 14-10 in the second, and we will head to the intermission all tied up. It's Newman and Montgomery in classic form here at the John Fitzgerald Gymnasium. We'll take a break right here and be back with more.
Stockholm Construction specializes in metal stud framing, drywall, taping, acoustical ceilings, doors, frames, and hardware. Stockholm Construction is a family-owned and operated business with an emphasis on teamwork. establishing a reputation for completing their projects in a timely and professional manner while delivering a quality product. Stockham Construction.
At George Peterson Insurance, we support the communities we serve and live in. You'll find us helping out at the Boys and Girls Club and Sonoma Humane Society, collecting food for the Redwood Empire Food Bank, and more. It's our goal to make our neighborhoods a better place. We're invested in your success. For over 75 years, George Peterson Insurance has been serving our communities and customers with top-notch service and competitive pricing. Find out what we have to offer. George Peterson Insurance, we've got your back.
North Bay Elite AAU girls basketball attending the top NCAA showcases in the country, with former players competing at the NCAA Division I, II, III, and NAIA levels, winners of 2 Pacific District Level 1 national qualifiers. For the best in girls AAU basketball, it's the North Bay Elite.
When you come to Oil Stop, we'll serve you and your passengers with a complimentary beverage. Coke, Diet Coke, Sprite, coffee, tea, hot chocolate, hot cider, or even a bottle of cold, refreshing water. Want to check your emails, surf the web, or get some work done when you're in for service?